Good morning everyone and welcome to Edgbaston for the second day of the second test match between New Zealand and the West Indies. Stephen Fleming yesterday won the toss, New Zealand batted first and put in a very good day's work, scoring 217 for the loss of 4 wickets. Remember, New Zealand are 1-0 up in the series and the first team to win 2 test matches will be crowned champions, which means New Zealand will be desperate for a big first innings score and hope to put the West Indies under pressure. The West Indies, well, they will be looking for quick wickets this morning to get themselves back into this match and back into this series. It's a lovely sunny day here today in Birmingham. We join the action now as Joel Garner bowls the first ball of the day to BJ Watling. And runs straight away, played into the offside. Clive Lloyd runs around at mid-off, throws it back into Jeff Dujon, and New Zealand are away. A thin nick and straight through to Jeff Dujon. That's well bowled from Joel Garner. The West Indies have been on song this morning. BJ Watling is out. Caught Dujon, bowled Garner for 8. And New Zealand are 231 for 5. Well, that's a lovely drive off the back foot from Martin Crowe, and that will be the first boundary of the day. Flicked off the legs, through back on square leg. That's raced away for 4, and that will be the first boundary for Chris Cairns. Oh, that's an exquisite back foot drive for Martin Crowe. He really got on top of the bounce, and that brings up his 50, his 4th of the championship to go with 2 centuries. Slashed away for 4, and that will bring up the 250 for New Zealand. Oh, that was a superb leg cutter from Andy Roberts. Oh, that's an aggressive stroke for Martin Crowe. That's 4 more through mid-wicket. Crowe is looking very comfortable out there, playing beautifully through the onside. That's a clever shot from Chris Cairns, using the pace of Roberts and running it down to third man for 4. Over pitch from Ambrose and worked away through square leg for 4 more. That's the 50 partnership between these two. They have batted well together in this championship. Is that going to beat the fielder down at third man? Yes, it is. That's another boundary. Oh, no ball called, and that's been worked away for 4 more. This New Zealand batting lineup are full of confidence. And that's the 300 up now. Oh, that one's gone past the outside edge. A rare mistake. Time for lunch on day 2. That's been another very good session for New Zealand. 90 runs scored, just the 1 wicket lost. They are now 307 for 5. Martin Crowe is batting very well on 84 not out. He's joined by Chris Cairns on 31 in an unbroken partnership of 76. The West Indies are struggling to get much movement out of this pitch. Joel Garner has certainly been the peak of the bowlers with 4 for 67. 1 wicket also for Garfield Sobers. No wickets as of yet for Walsh, Roberts or Ambrose. Oh, hands on heads all round for the West Indies. That went just over the stumps. Oh, that will break the shackles for Chris Cairns. That's a lovely square drive for 4. An appeal from Andy Roberts and the West Indies, but that ball must have pitched outside the line of leg stump. Let's have a look. Oh, Cairns was waiting for that short ball. That's a beautiful pick-up shot. Has that gone all the way? No, the umpire is signalling for it. Must have just bounced inside the rope. Oh, Chris Cairns is looking to cut loose. That's 4 as well, and the century partnership. A quick single, and that will be another useful 50 for Chris Cairns. His 5th of the championship to go with 100. Another very valuable contribution. Oh, that will be out. Ambrose has broken the partnership for the West Indies. Chris Cairns looking to force a ball that wasn't quite there. And he is out. Caught and bowled Ambrose for a very valuable 51. And New Zealand are 339 for 6. Martin Crowe on 94, playing superbly. Oh, that's gone straight through Dujon and will be 4 byes for New Zealand. An inside edge down to fine leg, and that will be the 350 for New Zealand. Oh, straight to Lara at first slip. What a disappointment for the New Zealand fans here at the ground. Martin Crowe is out. Caught Lara, bowled Ambrose for 95. And New Zealand are 350 for 7. Garfield Sobers back into the attack. Oh, he might have a wicket first ball there. That's a big appeal from the West Indies. The umpire says, yes, that's out. Richard Hatley trapped on the crease. That ball spun in a little. It would have hit middle stump. And he is out. LBW to Sobers for 2. And New Zealand are 353 for 8. Oh, that looks very close. Was Vittori far enough forward to get hit outside the line? The umpire says no, he wasn't. Another beautiful piece of bowling from Sobers. That did hit Vittori in line. It would have hit leg stump. And he is out. LBW to Sobers for 7. And New Zealand to 356 for 9. Little inside edge down to fine leg. And that will be 4 runs for Shane Bond. Time for a cup of tea on day 2. That's been a better session for the West Indies, taking 4 wickets, only conceding 57 runs. New Zealand are now 364 for 9. We saw a very good partnership between Martin Crowe and Chris Cairns of 108 before they were both removed by Curtly Ambrose. Chris Cairns for 51 and Martin Crowe, unfortunately for him, for 95. Some nice tight bowling from the West Indies in that session. Garfield Sobers was also rewarded with a couple of wickets. He now has figures of 3 for 20. Well, that's a lovely shot through square leg. Shane Bond will certainly enjoy that. That's 4. Joel Garner looking for his 5th wicket. An inside edge and down towards the fine leg boundary for 4. Oh, did that hit something? Well, the West Indies think there was some bat, and the umpire agrees. That's the end of the innings. Courtney Walsh has a wicket, and Tim Southee is out. Court Duchamp bowled Walsh for 11, and New Zealand are all out for 374. That's a very good score from New Zealand against this West Indies bowling attack, and will go a long way to putting the West Indies under pressure, especially given that New Zealand are 1-0 up in this series. We saw some nice contributions from a batting side who have really gained in confidence in these last few test matches. 95 for Martin Crowe, 81 for Kane Williamson, 51 for Chris Cairns, and 46 for Glenn Turner. 5 bowlers used for the West Indies. Joel Garner had the best figures, 4 for 85 for him, 3 for 20 from Garfield Sobers, who only bowled the 7 overs, 2 wickets for Curtly Ambrose, 1 for Courtney Walsh, and none for Andy Roberts. And so we think the West Indies have about 26 overs to face tonight. They'll be wanting to put in a good performance. If they don't bat well in this innings, they could be saying goodbye to their championship hopes. Gordon Greenwich and Desmond Haynes are out in the middle to begin the West Indies reply. Oh, that's an exquisite cover drive from Gordon Greenwich. That's exactly the shot that Hadley's trying to get him to play, and he did it superbly. Oh, bowled him! Southee's got Greenwich again with a superb outswinger. That's the early wicket New Zealand were looking for. Greenwich is out. Bowled Southee for 4. And the West Indies are 5 for 1. Lara, 10 balls, still on 0. Oh, but he's off the mark now with an extraordinary stroke. High over mid-off for 6. Well, that's a superb little off-cutter from Richard Hadley. There's a big appeal, and the umpire says, yes, that's out. These New Zealanders are getting this new ball talking. That's 2 wickets down now for the West Indies. Desmond Haynes trapped in front. He is out. LBW to Hadley for 6, and the West Indies are 18 for 2. Beautifully whipped away from Lara. That'll certainly help to settle the nerves. That's 4. Just past Williamson in the gully, and that will race away for 4. New Zealand wouldn't give to get one of these 2 out tonight. Oh, that's a very nice shot from Viv Richards. That will be his 2nd boundary. Chris Cairns now into the attack. Edged and dropped from Stephen Fleming at first slip. A simple chance. Oh dear, he stands there as if to say, I cannot believe it. Beautifully whipped away from Viv Richards. Williamson gives chase, but he won't cut that one off. That will be 4. Lara's hit that well across, a catch from New Zealand, but it's gone just past the man and wicket and out towards the boundary for 4. Oh, smashed away from Richards, just one of Kane Williamson. He had no chance of catching that. That raced away for 4. Oh, that's an extraordinary shot from Viv Richards in the dying minutes of the day, lifted high and wide over extra cover for 4. Oh, too easy for Viv Richards, just walking into the stroke, and that's 4 more. And now for the last ball of the day. Lara sweeps, that's gone fine. The fielder's running around, he can't get there. That's a nice way to end the day for the West Indies. And there it is, stumps on day 2. What a good test match this is shaping up to be. The West Indies in their first innings are 88 for 2, still 286 runs behind. Brian Lara is on 34 not out, Viv Richards on 43 not out. They are in an unbroken partnership of 70. The 2 openers out in that session, Gordon Greenwich for 4 and Desmond Haynes for 6. 5 bowlers used for New Zealand, the 2 wicket takers, the opening bowlers, Richard Hadley and Tim Southee. And so where is your money, everyone? Tomorrow looks like a very important day for this series. The West Indies need to have a good batting innings if they want to get themselves back into this match and into this series. New Zealand, on the other hand, if they can take some early wickets tomorrow morning, including Lara and Richards, they'll find themselves in a very good position in this grand final series. That's it from us. Do join us tomorrow for the 3rd day of the 2nd Test match, and bye for now.